Hi guys, this is Limit of Blondo giving you part 10 of my Dark Souls 3 walkthrough. Today we're gonna single-handedly be exploring the Catacombs of Carthus after getting some help from Revion on the last part in the Fair and Keep. And on the right side here you'll find a shortcut which enables you to skip a part of the dungeon or the area, but we're not going to be doing that since we're going to be picking up some items along the way. But for your information, it's right there. So it's funny that each Dark Souls game has its like undead area. In the first game it was Tomb of the Giants, and in the second game I don't recall exactly, it was the one with the boss fight with the horse and shit. Same place where you find Creighton the Wanderer. What was that place called again? Was it the Undead Purgatory? I think so. Undead Purgatory. And luckily we can kill these skeletons off without using a blessed weapon or holy weapon, but they will sometimes respawn as headless ones, like that one I think. And the only hassle with the headless ones, with the scimitars or what you call them, is that it can parry you. Kinda catch you off guard. But they're not that hard to deal with. Kinda tricky with those call them elite skeletons. Oh, here's a trap. Don't want to be stepping on that because you're gonna be blasted with arrows. Yeah, like I said, like those elite skeletons, the one who was doing capoeira or what you call it, jumping around doing spins and shit, can be a little difficult to handle. The enemy I'm talking about is right over there, but yeah, this guy. But as you can see, I upgraded my Drang hammers and they're doing pretty good damage now, so not that much to fear. So here you're gonna be finding a hidden wall, or the illusionary wall, and get the Carthus Pyramids Tome. If you want to do a pyro build, and there's not much else behind here. Oh. Usually been used as a platform for stealth PvP. If you hit people down with a great bow or something. Got some sweet spots to do some sniping. Might be trying that out in a video. I did try once to do a throw with the Obscuring Ring and Soul Stream spell at a distance, but I didn't have a strong enough build to one-shot people, so I always got to hit people, and it really takes an effort to plan that with the binoculars and stuff, but each time I hit them they would survive with like 50 to 100 HP. But when it first hits and KOs somebody, it's really fun. Oops. So that's what I was talking about. They can be quick and aggressive and deadly as hell. But once you get them on the ground like this, it isn't that difficult to deal with it. Other thing that's sweet with the Catacombs here is that most of enemies drop Titanite shards. So after you're done with this place, you're gonna have a loads of the menu inventory. Down these stairs we're gonna meet Andrea of Astora, who's been split up with her partner.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remain in the catacombs and will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him my word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way. If you happen upon that I remain and will lay prism, please send him, may the flames guide your way.
So Andrea and Horace got separated in here, and the thing is that you can meet Horace and tell Andrea about his whereabouts, but thing is that Horace has gotten himself into some trouble, to put it lightly, and his fate is kinda sealed. So unless you want Andrea to get in trouble as well, you will not reveal his location to her, and she'll be following us for the rest of the walkthrough. And we want to do that because she plays a vital role to our ending, which is going to be the Lord of Hollows ending, because I am, after all, Limit of Londo. So this is a pretty interesting part. And that's the reason. Remember the first time coming down here I was friggin' massacred or beaten like a pulp by that rolling ball of skellies. And the way to destroy it is by killing this guy with the hats. Oh. And the big ball of skeletons will burst. And as a reward, we get an undead bone shard, which is pretty neat. Making our way to the next bonfire, we'll be facing a lot of skeletons. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So you gotta watch out for that. Also, you get these sorcerer versions or hexer versions, casting affinity, which is one of my favorites sorceries doing PvP, but it's irritating as hell when it's been used against you. Like everything in video games, it's always nice when it comes to your own benefit, but the other way around, it blows. Dodge that one. So lore wise, I'm not exactly sure what Carthus is or was. I only know that High Lord Volnir, who is the boss of the area, conquered Carthus earlier and defeated all the lords here and declared himself High Lord. And I don't know if it's any connection to what's going on in the rest of the setting of Dark Souls 3, but I guess we're going to be discovering that. Maybe High Lord Volnir linked the flame earlier, maybe sacrificed something in order to retain his position as High Lord. Because we're going to be seeing him and he's not retaining much of a human appearance. Ah, a sharp gem. So as mentioned, there's a lot of neat loot here the enemies drops. And this treasure here, most people just run towards it and end up falling down that hole. Myself included the first time. So here you gotta watch out for this second pile of skeletons. And we're gonna lit the bonfire down to the left here. So we're gonna be progressing now and pick up all the items before facing the boss of the area. So Carthus is not that big of an area, unless you get stuck, of course. We're gonna be peeking into the start of the next area called Smoldering Lake, just to get the first bonfire lit and stuff there. And also kill a mini boss. It's another stray demon, much like the ones we faced. Not in the Farron Keep, but if you remember the demon we killed along with Sigurd in the Undead Settlement, it's one just like that. Just a bit harder. And then we're gonna be facing the boss fight, which is a little cool one. It's not your everyday boss fight with hit and run. You gotta hit some certain spots on him to do damage, and well, when you see it, you're gonna understand it. He's gonna be wearing some shackles that we need to destroy, and when we destroy each shackle, it's gonna be depleting a big chunk of his HP. So, if you play the previous games, you will recognize these wheel skellies. I friggin' hated them in the first game. Remember being trapped with them in Tomb of the Giants and the Painted World of Ariamis. Which is also important on this part is that you avoid this to get sucked and hit by those sludges on the roof. So always do as I did now. Take a peek at the roof and lock on if you need to see where they are, so you don't get a nasty surprise on your head. Not that fatal unless you have low HP, but quite irritating enemy. And down here we're going to be facing an NPC invader. He's wearing the Few Ultra Greatsword. Oh! Okay. So that wasn't the best of starts, I suppose. Night Slayer Zorig. Sounds almost Russian. Oh man. Yeah, he can take a hit or two. He has some good HP. Oh crap. And that greatsword deals some good damage too. I usually let him do one of his 2-hit combo, usually, and then roll behind him to get in a backstab or a couple of hits. But what's dangerous is when he does that stomp move and catches you by surprise, because 2 hits will kill you. Yeah, just like that. Trying this again now. Let's hope for a more successful battle. Close one. you look closely, you'll see that Zorig uses the black iron set that Black Iron Tarkus from Dark Souls 1 used. Now, Tarkus didn't make an appearance in Dark Souls 2, but some people claim that he did as the Scorpion Man Tark. And there's some references in his dialogue that kinda speaks for itself that he might just be Tarkus. But this Zorig guy seems to be a totally different character. It'll be fun to see when we get his set later on, to read the item descriptions and learn more about him. And see if he has some references to Tarkus. Some more Titanite shards. And these dagger spamming freaks. Or it's more like kunais they're throwing. Or trickery it's called. Those throwing knives. So we're gonna be taking these stairs up here, and this hat skeleton is the one controlling the skeleton ball. And there's a lot of these enemies up here, so you gotta be careful. Use the pillars as cover. As you can see, it can get a little difficult. And when you get close to these, don't hesitate to smack them. And there I stepped on a trap and I was lucky to not get hit. Holy shit. Yeah. Don't step on those traps. Really love the moveset for the Dranghammers. And I really haven't had much trouble with the enemies in this area, and I haven't even used the shield much, and I always use the shield, or usually, but I guess when you have enough healing items like the Estus and get comfortable with the moveset of a weapon, it's all good in the hood. Grey Warden's ashes I'm gonna deliver to the Shrine Maiden later on to unlock some more items available for purchase. And it's gonna be an invisible or hidden wall. No, I thought this was supposed to be here. Maybe I hit it from before. That's weird. I was pretty certain that it's supposed to be here. Illusion. Okay, so I guess I hit it earlier, or somebody did. Anyways, if you see a wall there, hit it. It's an illusion. Another fire gem. So the bridge there is the bridge that you might have seen on the trailers for the game, and it's pretty much the same concept as the bridge in Dragon Shrine, or Dragon Eyrie, is it called in Dark Souls 2, where the bridge can be destroyed and the enemies fall down. That lever I just pulled is the entrance to the room where we fought Zorig, and makes for a shortcut to the bonfire. We're not going to go to the bridge right away. Instead, we are going to go up here, make sure no skeletons following us, and we're going to engage Andri in a new dialogue.
Oh, hello. We meet again. Have you seen Horace anywhere? Oh yes, I see. I've searched high and low with no luck. Perhaps he's left the catacombs. Oh, Horace, where have you run off to? Oh, Horace, have you abandoned me?
Poor Henry. Oh. She's about to get some company. Now we're gonna run to the other side of the bridge. Just gonna try and pull the rest of the skeletons, because it's a whole bunch really. And it just looks cooler when a dozen of skeletons drop down with the bridge. As you can see, there's a lot of them coming back. See ya. And behind us here, up these stairs, is the door to the boss fight. But first, we're gonna drop down by using the broken ladder. And in here is a big ass demon. And there will be spawning skeletons down there. So he might finish him off for you, or they will just be a nuisance and hassle for you when battling him. Okay, that has never happened before. Oh, I don't want to be fighting him down there because there's going to be more skeletons spawning down there. I think that's going to be troublesome. Let's hope he comes back up. So I've heard that this chest here, it's a mimic in it, by the way, and I've heard that the mimic can fight the demon for you, or at least deplete some of its HP, or vice versa. So let's do a little experiment and see if that works. Mythbusters Dark Souls Edition. Just gotta watch out that I don't die myself. Oh! It works! She did 800 damage. That's pretty solid. Why don't you two figure things out? Guess the mimic not so much of a opponent or fight for him. But he depleted some of his HP, which I'm really appreciate. Let's see if we can finish him off. Oh, he's angry now. Oh! Ah, come on! Alright, doing this again. So our myth was busted, or not busted, but confirmed, I guess, that the mimic can indeed fight the demon. And as you saw, the skeletons can do it as well. I saw this, I don't know which YouTuber did it. It was Euroboro, Only Afro, or some other famous Souls tuber, who did a... oh crap. Who did a pacifist run in Dark Souls. The way to do a pacifist run is to summon an NPC before a boss fight and let the NPC do the entire fight on their own, and you'll be healing the NPC with miracles to keep him alive, and you'll not even touch the boss or doing any damage. And that's pretty much a pacifist run in Dark Souls, which I think comes from the hype from Undertale. Everybody wanna do a pacifist run, or genocide. It's one of the two, I think. So we got a lot of neat items. We got the Black Blade and Old Sage Blindfold, and this is the bonfire I was talking about. So let's return to the catacombs right about now. So this is the boss door right after the bridge we destroyed earlier, and we're going to be touching a goblet which will engage in a cinematic or cutscene and take us to the boss fight. This is it, guys. You're in for one hell of a surprise if you're not prepared. Cause that guy friggin' scared me the first time I came here. What you want to be watching out for is that breath there, because that will friggin' decimate you if you get stuck in it down here. The thing is with this boss, it's that you're fighting in a upwards hill, and he will be climbing upwards, and ultimately he will stuck you or press you to the wall. And if he uses the cloud breath thingy that he did at the start, he will definitely get hit and die. But as you can see here, I destroyed one of his shackles. Just depleted a bunch of his HP, and there's 3 shackles in total that we gotta deal with. And the skeleton ads can be pretty irritating, and there you see he's freaking crushing and rushing towards me. Oh, I think I got pretty lucky there. And it's easy to get stuck between his fingers and not being able to hit his shackles. There we go. What's neat is that this big cool sword he's using here is the boss soul weapon you get for killing him. So that's pretty cool. And as I mentioned earlier, good old Wolnir is looking like his old self. It's more like a resemblance to a Grave Lord or something. It would be cool if his title was Grave Lord Wolnir or something. Let's see if we can try and finish him off. Okay, now we're fooling around. What you gonna do next, man? Yeah. Pull back when he does that. Does a lot of damage even to his own minions. Just gonna pull for his sword again. And now he's summoning those other skeletons as well. So things can get pretty hectic if you let this fight go on for a while. So we better get a grip and destroy that last shackle, because this is boding ill for us if we keep this up. Come on. There we go. And what's pretty interesting about just that is that you can see Wolnir is getting pulled down to the darkness, which is the abyss. And theories is that Wolnir is fearing the abyss, and that his holy sword is the only, and the shackles that he's wearing is the only thing keeping him from being engulfed by the abyss. But we kicked his butt back to the abyss. Anyways, it's a pretty cool boss fight, and that opens the door for us to the next area, which is a big, cool, and beautiful place. So this has been Catacombs of Carthus, and I'm Limero Londo. Thanks for watching, and as always, comment, like, and you know, the same old. Stay classy, guys.